friends, this is the math lesson for second grade. This is Unit 6, Lesson 5. Today you're going to do most of the math work on your own today. We are going to be adding numbers together that have 1 digit, 2 digit, and 3 digits, as you can see right here in the title. So please make sure you have page 271 in front of you and you have a pencil. So we're going to be going through these equations here. Now, sometimes we're just going to be adding hundreds together, which we know there's a trick to do that. Sometimes you'll be adding hundreds to tens, and sometimes you'll be adding hundreds to ones. Then as you move down, it's going to get a little trickier. I want you to notice that if you want to use secret code cards, you can print them off of Canvas. You can't really use them when you have these problems, but when you have a problem like 200 plus 20, I will show you how to use them. So let's get started. We're going to do the first row together, and then I'll let you do the rest of this section on your own. So we have 200 plus 200. If you remember from a while ago, we learned the trick that when we are adding numbers that have zeros, we can just add the actual numbers that aren't zeros. So we can add 2 plus 2, which gives us 4, and then we can add 2 zeros next to it. If we were to write this up and down, it would look like this. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 2 plus 2 is 4. All right, so that's how you're going to solve each of these. Now be careful on this last one, because 500 plus 500 is not in the hundreds anymore. Now let's take a look at the next one, 200 plus 20. So here's where your secret code cards could be really helpful. Now, I would find my 200 and I would find my 20. So here's my 200 and here's my 20. The cool thing about secret code cards is that you can use them and slide it over to make the new number. So if I have 200 plus 20, slide it over, and I get an answer of 220. Now, of course, you might already know that. You also are able to do 200 plus 20, writing it up and down. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 plus imaginary 0 is 2. So either way is fine. I suggest that if you're not feeling very comfortable with it, definitely go print out these secret code cards, okay? And the last one, I'm also going to use my secret code cards. This time I have a 200 and I have a 2. So here's my 200, here's my 2. Now I'm only going to slide it over one spot because my 2 is in my ones town and it has to stay in my ones town. So if I were to put it right here, that would be 220, and that doesn't match, right? So my 2 stays right here in that ones town to give me 202 for that answer. Again, you can write it out as an equation if you want. 0 plus 2 is 2, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 2 plus 0 is 2. So 202. So these two answers look very similar, and this one is going to look a little bit different. I would like you to complete this first section on your own, and when you are done, press play to check your answers. All right, friends, so go ahead, take a minute, check your answers. If you forgot your comma in 1000, make sure you add that. And you probably noticed some patterns along the way as you were doing that. So take a minute, check your answers. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So you will be doing the same thing right here, except you're not doing doubles facts. So again, adding the ones that have numbers and then putting those zeros at the end. So 6 plus 2 is 8, and then you add your 2 zeros afterwards. Now, again, on these two columns, here's where you can use your secret code cards. So we have a 600 and a 20. When I slide those over, I get 620. And I can have my 600 and my 2. Again, I just let my 2 stay in onestown, and now I have 602. So go ahead, pause the video, and do this section. When you're ready, press play. All right, friends, so here are your answers for the second section. Take a minute, check your answers. All right, if you need more time, you can pause the video. We're gonna move on to the next section. So for these problems, some of them might take 2 steps. So let me show you how we're first going to do this column. So in this column, you have the number 134. Now, if I were to add just an extra 100, the only thing that's going to change is my hundreds count. 34 is going to stay the same, and I'm just going to bring one more 100. So now I would have 234. These ones are kind of harder to use your secret code cards, but what you can do is, since all of these have double zeros, you can just add your hundreds and leave your ones the same. So all I did was I added my 2 ones together to get 200, and then I have 34 right there. So that's how you're going to solve this first column. The next column, let me show you what you can do with your secret code cards. So first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make this the hundreds number. So find the hundreds number, and then you're going to want to make 34. So for 34, I have a 30 and a 4. And then what I do is I take my 30 and my 4 and I set it on top of my 100. And then I know that I get an answer of 134. So basically, we just made that number right there. Okay. And for the last column, I'm adding ones to my 100. So the only thing that's changing is my ones count. So here's my 100, and here is my 4. And if I put it on top of my 100, I now have 104. So go ahead, pause the video, work on those 3 columns, and when you're ready, press play. All right, friends, go ahead, check your answers for this bottom section. All right, if you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, we are going to turn our paper over. So we have 4 word problems to solve. And for these word problems, it says you can use secret code cards or you can use proof drawings. I personally like proof drawings. I think they're a little bit easier for these specific types of problems, and you'll see why. But if you want to use your secret code cards, that's totally fine. So number 4 says, A camping club buys some raisins. They buy 3 cartons that have 100 bags each. They also have 24 bags left from their last trip. How many bags of raisins does the club have? So for this, why I suggest using your proof drawings, your boxes, sticks, and circles, is because everything is either by a 100, by a 10, or by ones. So it says they buy 3 cartons that each have 100 bags. So if I were to draw 1, 2, 3 boxes, those are my cartons. So here's 1 carton, here's 1 carton, here's 1 carton. Plus they have 24 extra bags. So I can draw 2 10s and 4 1s. Guess what, boys and girls? That's it. This is your answer. So I have 100, 200, 300, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 324. We've done these problems before. I really like them, but if you don't do them right, they can be tricky. You could also say that, well, I know 300 is 3 bags of 100, and I can add that to 24, also to get an answer of 324. But all of these problems will be easily drawn with your boxes, sticks, and circles. And our label is bags of raisins. If you would like to continue on your own, feel free. I'm going to keep working through the problems. When you are done, if you do work on your own, you can check back in when you're done and check your answers at the end of the video. 2 friends want to make necklaces. They buy 1 package of 100 red beads, 1 package of 100 blue beads, and 1 package of 100 green beads. They already have 12 loose beads. How many beads do they have all together? So again, we're adding. We have 1 package of 100, another package of 100, and another package of 100. So I'm going to draw my 3 boxes, and then I know that they have 12 loose beads. So for 12, I'm going to draw 1 10 stick and 2 1s. Now I can count this up. 100, 200, 300, 310, 311, and 312. So 312 beads. All right, number 6. Mia and Bo want to advertise their yard sale. They decide to make flyers. They buy 2 packs of paper. Each pack has 200 sheets in it. They also have 32 sheets in their art box. How many sheets of paper do they have? So this one is trying to trick you a little bit because it says each pack has 200. So they buy 2 packs of paper. So here is 1 pack because it has 200. So 100, 200. And here is another pack of paper with 200. They also have 32 sheets, so I can draw 32. And now I would like you to take a minute and count up this number. All right, you should have gotten 432. 100, 200, 300, 400, 10, 20, 30, and 2. So 432, and our label is sheets. All right, number 7. You're going to try this one on your own after I read it. All of the students at a school are on the playground. They form 8 groups of 100, 6 groups of 10, and there are 5 students left. How many students go to this school? So right now, you need to make 8 groups of 100, 6 groups of 10, and then 5 extra. So boxes, sticks, circles. Please do that now. Okay, my friends, so we have 8 groups of 100. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 groups of 10 and 5 singles. So I can count up this number and I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. Here's a group of 5, 850, 860, 865. So 865 students go to this school. All right, my friends, that is it for our lesson. I hope you are feeling more and more comfortable with adding and doing these kinds of word problems. I'll see you later.